Involved a Miami area burglary suspect. The thief stole an iPad, among other items, which was equipped with a security feature to take an image and send it back to the owner. That facial search resulted in a possible match. So that information was given to detectives on the case for further investigation. In Pinellas County, Florida, another example, a deputy investigating prostitution activity through social media sites requested assistance in identifying someone. Some matches were made, giving the detective a lead for his case. Most U.S. states today use facial recognition technology. In addition, the federal government applies the technology to passport holders. If you use social media like Facebook, you're certainly familiar with the same technology which is used further. Facial recognition is the automation of a search capability that's been in place for decades. The technology works by measuring points on the human face, like the length of your nose, the shape of your cheekbones, the width between your eyes. It is not as exact, certainly, as DNA, nor is it as exact as fingerprints. Its purpose is to give the investigator a lead that he or she can follow up on. But as you can see, it does have some absolutely amazing results. As I said, it is part of OLA. So the people who can access it are the same law enforcement people who can access anything on OLA. What protections are there for its misuse? The same protections that are there for the misuse of OLA. And that is a 5th-degree felony if that is misused. We certainly take this very seriously. Ohio officers use OLEG for a lot of different things. Record searches, whether it's prison records, booking photos, BMV pictures from licenses, state-issued ID cards. Let me talk a little bit further about the code section. It's 291304. It creates a 5th-degree felony. And basically, it has to be used for criminal justice purposes. So if it is not, if it's used for personal reasons or any other reason, it's not a criminal justice purpose, it is a 5th-degree felony. Let me just give you a couple of examples. Last year, former Shelby County Sheriff Dean Kimple pleaded guilty to a felony charge on their unauthorized use of a law enforcement computer. The case involved Kimball's use of OLEG to perform background checks on 4 women. The former village Butler Police Chief Robert Ball was indicted in Richland County as a result of his misuse of OLEG. He pleaded guilty to 5 counts. Allegations that former Athens County Deputy Jerry Hallowell used his position to influence a confidential informant to have sex with him led to his felony conviction of misusing the system. So those are examples of the protection that are already in place. As we began discussing this in the last few weeks, and quite frankly, as the different stories were in the paper about the public's concern about what government was doing, we started looking at this. And while I firmly believe that the protections that are in place today are adequate, and not only adequate, but have proven to work in the past, I felt that we should reach outside our department, our office, the Attorney General's office, reach outside BCI and bring in some judges, public defender, chiefs of police, public safety, sheriffs, other people to look at the protocol that we have and to look at the protections that we have already in place in OLEG and specifically for facial recognition. This is something that I have done in other cases. I did this, as we talked about earlier, when we looked at the whole rape kit initiative. I had my own ideas, but frankly, I thought we needed to get some validation, but we also needed other people's ideas and to take a fresh look. They came back with some recommendations, which we then were able to put out, and which have really changed how rape kits are dealt with in the state of Ohio for the first time in decades. So we're going to put this group together. We've already made contact with some of the organizations, and we should be prepared within the next several days to announce to you who is on that working group. I'm going to ask them to do a turnaround in no less than 60 days to see if there's any other protocols that should be put in place in regard to the use of this technology. We're comfortable with where it is now, but I just think it's the wise thing to do and the prudent thing to do, the cautious thing to do is to put this working group together. Not going to tell them what to do. We're going to outline basically their charge will be with this technology that law enforcement, frankly, has asked for a long time. What protocol should be put in place? So let me be more happy to respond to anything.